Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In this reading, we're going to be going over all signs, what is coming up in the month of June, what to expect in the month of June for all 12 signs from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to be shuffling and, giving you tarot and channeled messages for all of the 12 signs. Please make sure to also check for your moon, your rising, your Venus. Take what resonates and take what doesn't. Also, please make sure to look for, this is also a cross-watchers read. Please keep in mind that this is a timeless read. So whenever this message was meant to find you, it was meant to find you. But this is for June 2025, but it is also a timeless read. Before we get started, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel a lot. So let's get started. All the way from Aries to Pisces, currently shuffling. What is coming up for, I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for each sign, giving you my channeled messages. I've already meditated before this reading, so I'm in a good headspace to be doing this reading for you guys. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Again, check the corresponding signs. You can also check cross watchers. What is coming up for Aries for June 2025 is also a timeless read. Ooh, that fell. Let's see what fell. When something falls, it's significant. All right. So this is the Sun reverse, temporary struggles, failure, sadness, depression, negativity, low vitality. Aries, I see that you are temporarily struggling. It's kind of like you're in this low mood for June. You're in like a really stressed out, negative, kind of a sad, you feel defeated, right? You feel defeated. You feel like you tried a lot to get somewhere and you just feel defeated. I feel like this has to do a lot with your like career and finances, and your home life. This isn't like a relationship vibe. This is more to do with your your career or your home life. But I think this energy, this period of low energy is going to fade. I definitely see, like, I just feel like it's gonna go away. It's a water element. It comes and goes, right? Think of water against the sandy shore. It's powerful, forceful, but it comes and goes. It's just like a wave. This is just a wave that you're going through, Aries. Let's pull the next card for Aries. What could you tell me for Aries? This is 5 of Cups reverse, recovery, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, finding peace. Yeah, Aries, don't worry. This is whatever you're going through, whatever struggle that you're going through, any negativity that you're going through, you will recover from it. You will find peace. I'm getting in my head something to do with like interviews. I'm getting in my head that you were, this is really specific, so take what resonates. I'm getting that you were like kind of strung along by a recruiter and it just fell out, right? Then they, you were going through the interview process. Then they said, oh, well, we're hiring someone internally, or that position's on hold. But honestly, Aries, I think that you'll recover from it. You'll find peace elsewhere. You'll find a better job. It just didn't work out for a reason. I just feel like you wouldn't have been happy at that place anyway. And keep in mind that everything happens for the best, and you will recover from it and find something better. Okay, Aries, give me one more card for Aries. What is coming up in the month of June for Aries? Okay. Yeah, 10 of Wands, upright, burden, hard work, stress, procrastination, exhaustion, responsibility. Yeah, you're in June. June is going to be a month of a lot of responsibilities for you. It's going to be a month of just perseverance. Like even if one thing didn't work out, you're going to keep trying, grinding, doing whatever it takes to get ahead. Honestly, this is heavy work related, work and finances related. Also home, I feel like, if you're not the breadwinner, there's a lot to take care of at home, and I definitely feel like you're going to be grinding at home to make sure, your family unit or is good. I definitely think it's a time of just you're going to be really busy, but in a good way. There's going to be forward movement, forward progress. I also see that uh, I also see like moving in your future. I just got that in my head, and see that house over there. I feel like you're going to be moving, hauling things across to your new home. I also get that a lot as well. So overall, I see June being a month of progress for you, Aries. Okay. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you for June. Taurus. Let's shuffle for Taurus. What is coming up in the month of June 2025? This is a timeless reading as well. Please also check your moon, rising, and Venus sign. What is coming up for Taurus in the month of? I have a card that fell. Wow. Usually when it's significant. Okay, I have Hierophant, upright, tradition, institution, religion, societies, rules, forgiveness, mercy, wisdom, trust, comforting, morality, ethics, energy of the unexpected. Something unexpected is going to happen in the month of June. Spirit's telling me to tell you to be careful. Just be careful. Be careful with everything. Be careful where you walk. Be careful where you move. Be careful where you go. Just be careful. It's not always a bad card or anything like that, but it definitely is a card of just be careful. It's the energy of the unexpected. I'm getting a good feeling, like nothing bad, but still, Spirit's telling me to tell you to be very careful. Very careful this month, Taurus. What else is coming up for the month of? Ooh, this fell out. Okay. Knight of Cups, upright, creative, romantic, prince charming, beauty, falling the heart, sensitive, proposal. I do see a lot of good things in your love life for the month of June. I definitely feel like forward progress in your relationships. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic, but I am getting like romantic energy for you. I feel like if you're dating someone, this could be forward movement in your relationship, possibly an engagement, moving in together. It's like the next step in your relationship, Taurus, with this person. Yeah, and if you're I'm getting in my head, if you haven't talked to someone in a long time, like you're romantically, if you're missing someone, I feel like there will be a reconnection, right? I think there will be a reconnection between you and this person. I just have a card that fell right out of my hand as I was shuffling. I get the Two of Pentacles reversed, overwhelmed, imbalanced, chaotic, disorganized, overcommitted. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a really busy month for you, Taurus. I feel like you have too much commitments. You have too much commitments with work. You have too much commitments with family, with kids or whatever it is. Take whatever resonates. Your hobbies, everything and anything. And I feel like it's just going to be your relationships. It's going to be a really, really busy, busy, busy time. And Spirit's telling me to tell you to not overexert yourself, because it's just going to be too overwhelming. Spirit's telling me to tell you to take a break whenever it's needed. You really are one of the most hardworking signs I know, Taurus, and I definitely think that you need to take a step back and definitely prioritize and make a list for yourself. Spirit's telling me that you're going to be a little forgetful this month just because you have so much going on. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Taurus, that's all I have for you for the month of June. Next I have to get to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what is coming up for the sign of Gemini for the month of June 2025 in Timeless Reading? What is coming up for Gemini? Okay, Wheel of Fortune upright, good luck, karma, destiny, and fate, turning point, life changes, life cycle change, chances. I'm sorry, I can't read. Okay, this is a great card. I'm sensing a lot of great energy for June for you, Gemini. I'm sensing a lot of good karmic energies coming your way. I feel like you're going to have a new chance at something. I feel like you're going to have a change in life cycles. Like if you were, I feel like this month for you is going to be changing all the negatives into positives. If you were in an unhappy relationship, you're going to be in a happier relationship. You're going to work it out with your partner. If you were with a terrible person, you're going to be with a good person. You're going to meet someone new to change that. If you were at a terrible job, you're going to be at a better place of employment. I definitely think that, if you were living in a bad place, you're going to be in a good place. A lot of changes for you, Gemini, in all aspects of your life, turning for the better. Okay, give me one more card. Let's clarify that. What else is coming for Gemini? What can Gemini expect for the month of June? Okay, I see the Queen of Swords reversed, critical, dismissive, overbearing, really emotional, cruel, cold-hearted, bitter. I feel like it's something to do with like your emotions, right? I feel like this is just going to be an emotional time for you. Even though everything's great, you're still going to kind of have your moody, like a moody energy, a moody element. I definitely feel that I don't know why though. Like I just feel like everything's going well for you, but I think you're so stressed out that it's going to be taking its toll on you. Like, because there's no other reason that I can think of where you would feel emotional. I feel like maybe it's like tears of joy. I mostly get like it's good emotional, like tears of joy. Like finally I accomplished this. Finally I got out of that bad relationship. Finally I got out of that bad job. But there's a lot of mixed emotions this month too. It's a lot of good things happening, manifesting, but I feel like you hold a lot of resentment. I think you're still like, even though good things are happening, you still hold a lot of resentment for your past, for the bad relationship, the bad boss, like the bad place of living. You think it didn't have to be that way. Why did I struggle for so long? But keep in mind that I think it doesn't matter because now good things are happening. So just let the past be the past, Gemini. This came out while I was shuffling. This is the Eight of Wands, reverse, delays, frustration, panic, slowdown, problems ahead, miscommunication. Yeah, this was clarifying this card. So there's some frustration. There might be delays. There might be a delay in a job, in a place of living, some kind of contract falls through. There's a slowdown, but definitely good things happening, but there's definitely a slowdown. And I think because of this slowdown, you're kind of becoming frustrated. Specifically, I get what came to my head specifically, take what resonates, leave the rest, is specific to a job search. I feel like whoever scheduled like an interview misscheduled the interview, so you arrive and that other person isn't there because they were told the wrong time. I get that specifically, Gemini. Drop a comment. Let me know if that resonates with you. But that's what I get, Gemini. That's what I get. That everything will work out, but there's gonna be a few bumps in the road, Gemini, for June. Okay. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't subscribed already. Give this video a thumbs up. Okay, let's move on to Cancer. So Cancer, what is coming up for Cancer for the month of June? What is coming up for Cancer for the sign of June? Okay, I also get, okay, so this came up for, I think it was for Taurus. I'm not sure. Okay, so Hierophant, upright, tradition, institution, religion, society, rules, forgiveness, mercy, wisdom, trust, conformity, morality, ethics, energy of the unexpected. Again, be careful this month. Be careful with a lot of things. Be careful driving. Be careful where you walk, where you're going. Make sure you're not going to unsafe areas at certain times of day. Just keep your guard up. Protect your belongings. Just keep your guard up. I don't know, just I'm getting kind of weird vibes with this card for your sign, Cancer. Just please be careful this month. Whatever moves you make, be careful with travel, with anything. Okay, Cancers, give me another card. What is coming up for Cancer for June? Okay. I get 10 of Wands, upright, burden, hard work, stress, procrastination, exhaustion, responsibility. Yeah, you have a lot of responsibilities this month, Cancer. A lot of stress. You're going to be working really, really, really hard. I get that it's really busy wherever you work. It's really busy. A lot of deadlines. I get in my head that you're wherever you work at, there's a lot of like other employees calling out sick or calling out or quitting or getting fired. Doesn't matter, like they're just gone, they're no longer there, and you're going to be taking on a lot of extra work, so it's going to be a really busy time for you in June, Cancer. That's what I get. Okay, one more card. Okay, let's see. I get Queen of Swords, upright, intelligent, perceptive, independent, clear boundaries, clear-minded, direct communication. Yeah, it's telling me that you're going to need to have a lot of direct communication. This specifically applies to like your home life and your romantic life, like with your partner. I feel like you need to have clear boundaries with each other. And I definitely feel like if you're not coupled, you need to have like extra clear boundaries with your person. And just tell them what's on your mind. That's what it's telling me. Nothing specific. It's really general. I do get like a Virgo in around you, like a Virgo energy. That's what came to my head. I get a Virgo energy around you. Something about you being like involved with a Virgo. Possibly like a relationship with a Virgo. If you're not in one already, that's what I'm getting in my head, that you're gonna be in the month of June meeting a Virgo sign. So keep that in mind. Okay, Cancer, that is what I have for your sign for the month of June. Now let's move on to Leo. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up. Leo, what is coming up for Leo for the month of June? Make sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, cross watchers read. This is a timeless read, but what is coming up for June 2025 for my Leos? Okay, let's see what comes up. Okay, it's the Five of Cups reverse, recovery, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, finding peace. You're finding peace this month, Leo. You're finding peace this month. The last couple of months have been hectic for you. A few crazy things did happen for you. I'm getting a lot of like jarring, weird things happening to you earlier, like a month before, 2 months before, and I feel like finally it's a time of recovery for you to kind of escape the madness, it's a time of like introspection and just finding peace, Leo. You've been through a lot and it's time that you're finally gonna chill out. Month of June is gonna be a good month for you to kind of rest, and find peace, acceptance, forgiveness. Okay, what else is coming up? What else could you give me for Leo? Month of June. Okay, I get Four of Swords upright, rest, retreat, new start, recovery, renewal, reflection, meditation, contemplation, withdrawal, relaxation. Yeah. I cannot make this up if I tried. That's what came out. It is basically a time of reflection, introspection. Like I said, June's going to be a month where you really are just a month of renewal, a month of just relaxing and getting over all the insanity that happened earlier in the year. You've been through a lot in this year, especially the last few months. So it's a time that you're going to be kind of moving on from all the problems you've had. And just being in acceptance and coming to terms with things. Okay, what else could you give me for Leo, June 2025? Okay, I get this card. I get Five of Pentacles upright, insecure, hardship, poverty, financial loss, worry, need. This isn't necessarily a bad card, Leo. It's just like you're worried, right? You're worried. Things are, besides that, things, crazy stuff happen to you. There's some sort of a worry ahead. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like worry is, sometimes being worried keeps us on our toes, make sure that we dot our I's, cross our T's. So I feel like being worried, like, you know how they say a little bit of stress is good for you? Makes you productive, like just having that little bit of stress. And I feel the same with worry. Having a little worry is good so that you're not messing up, and you're on your toes. That's what I feel like. And I also feel like you've been stress buying and like shopping a lot. Like, I honestly feel like you've been shopping and like kind of retail therapy. I get in my head retail therapy, and I honestly feel like you need to put your credit cards away. Just stop spending money on unnecessary things. Honestly, I feel like you really need to know how to budget. June will be a month where you budget, and I feel like you need to start budgeting your money, keeping track of where you're spending things on. I just feel like it's a time of really saving, and really just retreating, right? Maybe eat at home, eat out less, stop spending money on unnecessary items. That's what I feel like. So that's what I have for you, Leo. But that's temporary. It's not always going to be like that. I just feel like June's a month where you like make it a no spend June. Anyways, so that's what I get for you, Leo. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps my channel out a lot. I'm new to YouTube, but I'm not new to tarot, and I'm not new to being intuitive. I've also done coffee cup readings in my life. I've also done, other intuitive readings. So this isn't new for me, but YouTube is. All right, so next we have Virgo. What is coming up for the sign of Virgo for the month of June 2025? All right, let's see. We get the Devil reverse, releasing lunar leaves, ending of unpleasant experience, recovery, sexual attraction. Okay, Virgo, specifically for you, what I get in my head is a relationship, right? A toxic relationship coming to an end, or you're contemplating just ending it. This person's really toxic. This person is just a really toxic energy. Specifically in my head, I get like co-parenting. Like you have a child with this person, but it's just really toxic. I just feel like if that's the case, you really need to talk with this person. You can't completely eliminate them from your life because you do share a kid with them. But I honestly feel like this person's toxic, and you just need to, obviously raise a kid together and whatnot. But it's just like a toxic baby mama, baby daddy kind of energy. That's what I get. I don't often get that message, but I am getting it. And if that's not the case, and I honestly feel like you have a toxic situationship that's kind of getting the best of you, and you need to just end it in June. Even if you think it's gonna get better, it's not. Just end it and move on, Virgo. It's really taking a lot of energy mentally from you. That's what I get, honestly. And they're really specific messages. What else is coming up for Virgo? I get the Ace of Pentacles upright, prosperity, opportunity, manifestation, abundance, new career, financial opportunity. I do feel like things are gonna get really good for you in the financial front, honestly. But I think in order to kind of get to this level, you need to move on from the toxic energy. Any toxic relationships you have, specifically, I'm getting like like a love interest, end it, because it's gonna keep you from getting the coins, getting the money. And if it is a toxic baby mama, baby daddy, whatever situation, then just, know that you have to kind of treat it like a business. You're raising a kid together. Have a serious talk and move on, and continue, doing your duties with that person, but don't have it be a toxic relationship, okay? If that makes sense. I hope I make sense. But yeah, definitely your career front is looking amazing. You are going to be getting more than one job offer. I think June is going to be a month where you're going to be getting contacted left and right by jobs. More specifically, I'm getting like jobs you applied to a while back, now that they're just getting back to you. That finally they're getting back to you. All these months later, perhaps there was like a budget shortage. Oh, I'm getting a card that just came out, or whatever it be, they're finally getting around to you. I get 5 of Cups reverse: recovery, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, finding peace. Yeah, you need to recover. You need to let that toxic energy go, and you need to like be grateful, have gratitude. And I feel like it's going to be a month of a lot of recovery. Let's see. It's instability, exaggeration, overexertion. Strive, changes, freedom, loss, changes. Yeah, I don't get a bad energy from this. I do get that. I do see this as a extremely positive card. So don't worry, even though it's like a depressing picture, I see this being an amazing card for you, financially, honestly. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up. Next we have Libra. What is coming up for the sign of Libra for the month of June 2025? This is a timeless read. What is coming up for Libra? Ooh. Okay, this is the first card that came, and I have another one that dropped on the floor. We're going to get to that next. This is the 6 of Swords, upright, transition, exit, change, move beyond, leaving behind, releasing baggage. I honestly, this month for you, Libra, I know you don't want to hear it, but I get a lot of like moving forward. And what I mean by moving forward is I feel like this is really specific. This just came in my head. I see you ending it with someone. I know you don't want to hear it, but I see you ending it with someone. I feel like you're coupled at the moment, or some kind of a situationship, whatever it be, whatever your situation is. I feel like you're moving on. You're kind of just sick of that individual, and you're just ready to exit. It's a month where you honestly feel like you're going to propose breaking up with the person, right? I honestly feel like you're getting rid of the person. Like, sorry, that's what I get. I don't get any other energy besides leaving behind stuff, and moving forward. That's what I get in my head, unfortunately. And maybe it's not unfortunate, maybe it's for the best. Sometimes when you leave people behind, you end up seeing beautiful things in the future. So I feel like that's what's gonna happen. This kid was on the floor, upright. 4 of Pentacles, upright, control, stability, saving money, scarcity, conservation, security. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a month of serious change for you, Libra. I honestly feel like you're moving forward, leaving that person behind. This person might have provided you with, dual income. You kind of had them there to have extra money around. I mean, that's not all that they were there for. I'm just saying, when you had this person in your life, I see this being a serious relationship that you're exiting out of. There was like a dual income situation, and now you're like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving. I don't care. Bye. And now you're kind of in a place of saving money. You're unsure. You're living on your own now. You're going to be transitioning to live on your own because you're sick of that person. And now's a time where you're really going to buckle up and take control of your finances, right? You're conserving money, security. See him? He's guarding his coins. He's counting his coins, budgeting, saving money. It's going to be a time where you're saving money in order to have a stable future for yourself, Libra. One more card. What's coming up for June for Libra? Okay, So I have the King of Swords, upright, precise, articulate, truthful, disciplined, honest, mental clarity, authority. I feel like you're going to come out on top from all of this. I feel like you have, in my head, I got guardian angel. You have some sort of a guardian angel that's helping you out in life, Libra, whether you know it or not. I get that. I get really specific messages for you. Um, it's like, you know, guardian angels that are honestly always protecting you. Honestly, you're gonna come out on top of all of this. When something seemed completely hopeless, you're gonna get help from whatever sources, spirit guides you have that are helping you come out on top, giving you mental clarity. um yeah, see, that position, you're confident now. You know, you weren't sure, but now you're sure. So yeah, this is a really nice turn of events. You're exiting toxicity and getting into a place of independence, Libra. Okay, so that's all I have for Libra. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Please help me out. All right, so Scorpio, what is coming up for Scorpio for June 2025? Please also check your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay. Scorpio. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. Reversed, hopeless indecision, withdrawal, drifting, fear of change. Yeah, there's some change in your coming up in your future. Scorpio, I feel like this year so far, there's been a lot of like changes for you. More specifically, I'm getting like a loss, like a substantial loss. Like I feel like you lost somebody this year earlier, or I mean, don't quote me on that. This is a specific message. I feel like earlier this year you lost someone very meaningful to you. Like they passed. That's the message I'm getting. It's very specific. So you kind of feel hopeless. You're sort of depressed. Very specific. You know, I feel like it was someone who was important to you, but you just didn't talk to in a long time. That's another specific message that I'm getting. And I feel like you're just kind of hopeless. You're kind of depressed, Scorpio. You're kind of have like this melancholy energy to you. But I feel like it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna last, so don't worry. That energy that you're going through is not gonna last. I do feel like they're keeping you really busy at work, Scorpio. Wherever you work, I feel like your focus right now, like you're sad. You want to kind of be sadder, as I don't know if that makes sense, but you just don't have time to be sad because you're so overworked. You kind of have to keep your composure to finish stuff at, you know, career wise. What's coming up for my Scorpios? Okay, I get the Emperor, reverse, domination, excessive control, inflexibility, reckless, lack of distance, stubborn. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, see here, you're able to work really, really, really hard and get stuff done, but I feel like you just don't have time for yourself anymore. You're kind of like, you feel like you've turned into some kind of a robot. You know, you don't even have time to be emotional anymore. It's kind of like one thing to another to another. That's what I'm getting for you so far. I honestly feel like it's just telling me to tell you to take things easy. You know, maybe take a day off even though they won't allow it. Just kind of focus on you. Oh, something just fell. Okay, let's see. It is the Seven of Wands, upright, defense, competition, challenge, struggle, protection. Yeah, you want to protect what's yours. You want to protect your sanity. I feel like you want to like regaining of or losing control, mastery, choice, responsibility, myths, secrets. I feel like you're like exactly like this guy in the picture, you know, like all your wands are kind. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. All right, moving on. Next we have Sagittarius. Sorry, I had to restart my video. My camera fell. Sagittarius, what do we have for Sagittarius for the month of June? Okay, we have Wow, we have Four of Wands reverse, leaving home, moving, arguments, misunderstanding, poor communication, transition, conflict. I feel like this is a month of wherever you're at, be careful. Like, I feel like mind your temper, Sagittarius. There is going to be a lot of conflicts in the home, right? Just keep your temper, like, watch your temper is all I'm saying. You know, it could be a very bad outcome if you do not watch your temper. You're very hot tempered, and I feel like this is a month where there's going to be poor communication, and I feel like you got to take it easy, take a really mellow approach to listening and replying, right? It could blow up in a bad way, so just please mind your temper. That's what I'm getting. Okay. All right. All right, next we have the Six of Swords, reverse, exhaustion, burnout, restless, ready for action, stress, stuck. Yeah, poor Sagittarius. You feel stuck. You're burnt out. There's so much going on with the home life, but most importantly at the work life. You're stressed out at work. Then when you get off work, you're stressed out at home. You have to. You have different hats in the home. You know, you got to be a babysitter, a psychologist, you know, a cook, a cleaner, everything, right? Like you handle a lot outside of the home and inside of the home, and you're just stressed out, you're burned out. Sagittarius, I see you slowly getting rid of these stresses in your life. I feel like you're looking elsewhere for work. I feel like you're gonna look for a less stressful job, or a job that at least values you. You know, it's like, all right, you're stressed, but at least like pay me more, right? Pay me for the stress. I definitely feel like you're gonna be getting that. You're gonna be getting a better paying job, even if it is gonna be more stressful. At least it's gonna pay you more, or give you more like free time. Okay, what's coming up? Ooh, okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles, upright, prosperity, opportunity, manifestation, abundance, your career, financial opportunity. Oh my gosh, so happy for you, Sagittarius. You're gonna get a better paying job. You're gonna get a much better paying job. You're gonna have the same kind of stress level, but at least you're gonna be getting paid like almost double your salary. That's what I get. It's really specific. It's really specific. It's gonna be the same line of work that you currently do. Honestly, it's going to be the same title and everything, but just a different industry that pays more. All right, so that's what I have for my Sagittarius. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Next, we have Capricorn. What do we have for June 2025 from my Capricorns? Sun, Moon, and Rising Venus. All right, let's see what comes up for Capricorn. We have 10 of Cups upright, divine love, harmony, bliss, family, alignment, happiness, fulfillment, belonging, support. Yeah, it's going to be a really beautiful time for you, Capricorn, for June 2025. I feel like a vacation coming up for you, like a nice vacation, or a nice, like a reunion, like a family reunion. I'm getting like a wedding in the future. This is really specific. I definitely see like really good times ahead, traveling abroad. It's going to be a time of divine happiness, divine, you know, it's like meant to be, you know, all this time you wanted to do this, to take this big vacation, to take this opportunity for a reunion, a wedding, you know, like a wedding reunion, possibly traveling for someone's wedding, and it's finally going to happen. It's a good time. It's a time of joy and cheer. Really good reading, Capricorn. Not everybody, God, this is like the best reading so far. Okay, what else is coming up for my Capricorns? June 2025. All right. All right, we have, wow. So we have Ace of Wands, reverse, rejection, brutality, depressed, delays, uncertainty, lack of passion. All right, so this is not necessarily a bad card. I mean, it's it's a lot of like leading, right? You're going to be in control of a lot. So you might be under stress just in general, like leading everyone, right? like leading everyone. For example, buying tickets, getting everyone ready, getting everyone packed, orderly. There might be delays. There might be like, a lot of craziness happening with travel and stuff like that. So I don't see this being like a bad card. It's just a card of like, you're going to be tired at the end of this, but overall it's going to be a really fun time for you, Capricorn. So worry not, okay? All right, so what else is coming up? Give me one last card. What's coming up for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Venus? Ooh, something just fell out. Wow. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, frivolous setbacks, poverty, false success, hustle. Yeah, I mean, this is not always a bad card. It sounds bad, but it's not. I get a lot of optimism. See, optimism and suffering. It's like, yeah, you're going to have a really great time, but there's going to be like stress and getting tired. Maybe you'll catch a cold or something like that along the way on this journey. Who knows, right? But just keep in mind that it's the good with the bad, right? You're going to have a few bumps in the road, but overall you're going to have a really awesome month. All right, so that's what I have for my Capricorns. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. All right, so Aquarius, what is coming up for Aquarius for June 2025? Sun, Moon, and Rising, Venus. All right, for my Aquarius, all right, King of Wands reverse, impulsive, ruthless, unachievable expectations, stubborn, opinionated. Okay, Aquarius, I feel like you are the type of person to just make a rash decision. I mean, you think about it, you definitely weigh your options, but I feel like sometimes the wind hits you a certain way and you just completely drop everything and make a certain crazy decision, like an impulsive, crazy decision. I feel like that's what's going to happen for June. I'm not getting anything specific. I'm not getting any specific storyline. I'm just getting that you're going to be making an impulsive decision. Ooh, this just came out. Yeah, you're going to be making an impulsive decision for the month of June. So just FYI. But so, mind your temper, stay cool, calm, and collected. You don't want to do anything that you're going to regret. And you don't want to make any decision that you're going to regret. Okay, next card. This came out. So it's okay, 4 of Wands, upright, celebration, stability, harmony, reunion, friendship, family, community, homecoming, joy. I definitely feel like it's going to be a decision that changes like the trajectory of your life. You're going to make a decision to kind of like set you free. You're going to be in a really celebratory mood, whether it's you leaving a job, whether it's you leaving a bad relationship, bad home life, bad place of living. You're going to like say, bye-bye, I'm out. It's going to give you a lot of joy, a lot of joy, a lot of progress. Like it's going to be like a celebration. Look at those people. They're just celebrating, they're carrying fruits. They're in a palace somewhere celebrating, people there. I definitely feel like it's going to be a really great time for you, Aquarius. All right, give me one more card from my Aquarius for June. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands, upright, defense, competition, challenge, struggle, protection. Yeah, the good with the bad. You're not gonna, nothing's gonna come easy. You're gonna struggle a little to get your new path that you want in life. I don't get any specific storylines though. I usually get like a specific energy for you, like a specific storyline, but I'm not getting anything. So this can be whatever resonates for you, I usually get a really specific storyline, but I don't. Okay, so that's what I have for Aquarius. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out a lot. Give this video a thumbs up. Next is Pisces. What do we have for Pisces for the month of June? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we have the Sun reverse, temporary struggles, failures, sadness, depression, negativity, low vitality. Yeah, we have some, you're kind of feeling down in the dumps. Temporarily though, you're going to have temporary struggles. You're going to have temporary depression. I am getting a specific storyline though. I'm getting a lot of like a remorseful decision. I'm getting a really remorseful decision. Like you either recently, I feel like you recently took on a job where you're like, was it really worth it? Really specific storyline. Like, was this job really worth it? I feel like you took a job away from I'm getting like you really had to make a move. I feel like you either had to relocate for this job or you have to drive really, 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 really far. And it's just like you're not around your loved ones as much anymore. And you're just like, was it the right decision? Was I that bad before? Why did I do this? Um, that's what I get for you. And you're just kind of now like kind of depressed, really. I feel like you're homesick, Pisces. Another storyline I get in my head is like you're a student, you had to move far for school, or like you're kind of homesick, or you're gonna be moving far for school, like a program that's not local to you. Kind of getting homesick. Okay, give me a card for my Pisces. Give me a second card for my Pisces. All right, let's see. We have the Seven of Wands upright, defense, competition, challenge, struggle, protection. Yeah, it's like a temporary struggle. You're kind of like struggling to get ahead. I think you're like contemplating, like, why did I do all this? Like, what was this for? But this card is here to tell you that, like, you know, it's a challenge. And if you want to get to that next step, you kind of have to go through this walk, right? You kind of have to go through this challenging walk in order to get to, like, you're crossing a bridge, right? It's like the other side is whatever you want. And I think that's what this is for. This June is a time for you to like you are going to be a little sad. You're kind of like, you know, everyone's having fun, you know, you're taking extra. I feel like you're really like trying to get far with school. I think you're taking extra classes to help get to that next level, and you're like, well, everyone's having fun, why am I stuck doing this? Or everyone's having fun, why am I stuck working extra hours? That kind of thing. You're kind of like melancholy in that way. This came out after. Okay, so it's the Devil reverse, releasing limited beliefs, ending an unpleasant experience, recovery, sexual attraction. What I got in my head right now is like you're basically ending an unpleasant experience. I don't see you quitting or anything. I just feel like you're kind of talking to you're kind of trying to like bargain with either your job or your school. This is really specific, and you're kind of like, well, can I spend I specifically I get like, hey, can I work some days from home, some days in office? I don't see, you know, my kids or whatever as much anymore. Like that kind of thing. I feel like you're bargaining just to have more free time. Same with your classes. I feel like you're trying to have a flexible conversation about being more flexible in your scholastic programs. That's what I feel. I know this is a really specific message, but that's what I'm getting in my head. So take what resonates and take what doesn't. Pisces. So yeah, please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next one. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye.